Hey everybody, if you're all caught up from last week and you don't want to watch the recap, go ahead and skip to this timestamp in the video. Otherwise, enjoy the show. Previously on Pokemon Dungeons and Dragons.
We survived
He is dying, so
Wadalanga. Derby delivered a letter. That was pretty neat. And we kind of got the little rundown of the town.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Delivery.
Yes.
Delivery.
Phoebe battled Nate in his 3 Magikarps.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that happened. One of the Magikarps actually kind of did okay.
Who'd you battle with?
Sage.
Sage.
Oh wait, who's Sage?
Oddish.
Oh snap!
Excellent. That's such a
Sage
good
the Oddish. I like it.
But essentially we got kind of the rundown of the town. We got a lot of places that we can check out, and we've done none of it.
Casual.
Yeah, we met some people.
Just gather
I'll let Bentley talk about his childhood hero.
Oh yeah, so we met Remy LaRue, who is a pro battler, or maybe retired pro battler, we're not really sure. But interesting, like Creole pirate kind of guy, wears a big old hat with a big feather, and owns or is a part owner of a big restaurant that's called the Cajun Crocodile?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Question mark? Mm-hmm.
It is that.
Yeah, so we went there and they told us that it's kind of a like bring your own ingredients kind of a deal, at least like the locals. Gesundheit! The locals told us that, so we went and kind of scavenged for our own food to eat. Pendleton was in his element, able to get a bunch of food.
Finding some good stuff.
And we brought all that back and just feasted at Remy's place on the outside patio. It was lovely. And then he invited us to crash at his pad, and it's just a big, like, dilapidated building full of Woopers.
The other half of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Probably a hotel at some point. Something like that, maybe. Made the Wooper room.
Yeah.
Yes, we made a room exclusively for Woopers so that they could just hang and be merry. And then we took the other rooms and cleaned them up a bit so they're more livable than they were post Wadalanga flood. Which we also learned about the flooding that happened there. I don't know if y'all had anything else, but
I enjoyed the Sneasel Chef.
I was gonna say that's my last bit.
That was
a
cool.
very unique Pokemon.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a Sneasel that appeared almost like grass type.
Yeah.
And his name was Maestro. He had very broken English.
Yes.
And he was quite the cook.
Yeah.
Supreme Chef.
Yeah, little buddy watched him do some magic.
We also learned that this was your dad's hotspot.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I knew that already. He won't ever shut up about it.
Right, but you told us that.
Yeah.
We discovered.
also Remy gave Bentley some fishing tips, including like what bait to get and how the low-tads scare away all of the fish, so you need to like make sure that they're not around while you're fishing or you're not going to catch anything.
Does Bentley have like pro trainer trading cards? Does he have like a Remy?
That would be
Get
awesome,
autographed?
like the chocolate frogs that you buy and they have like wizards on them.
Yeah, get that autograph.
Yeah,
by Remy.
Deep cut reference.
I mean, I don't have them, but they're definitely at Bentley's parents' house back home in Amberdrag, because
Maybe Pete.
There we go.
we will make it so.
Send a letter. Get it out.
Get me my trainer card so he can sign it.
Maybe you can have him. I don't know if the like PC has phoning capabilities. Because, I mean, your parents talk to... I mean, we should save this for the session.
This is no longer a recap.
Yes,
This is now
We're now part of the.
This is evolved.
Anyway,
That's all I had. I think the only other moment that was funny was the moment where you were fishing with Crash, and he was just like, nice on any of it.
yeah, he was not too stoked on
You
hanging
give
out.
me your fish, and then I'll have it.
No.
That wasn't what I said. I was like, give me your fish, you can catch another fish, then we have 2 fish. Win-win. No, I'm gonna keep mine.
What he said, what he heard.
Yeah.
Give me your fish, and then catch another and we'll have 2. Was interpreted as no. No, I don't.
Oh, we also learned about the gardener and her Pokemon, Mr. K.
Yeah.
Was an auxiliary, to my knowledge. And then there was an Anne Marie shop that has a big flower on top of it.
And Fisk, the fisherman.
Yup. Don't think I have that notes, but sure.
What's for you?
He's on the northeast end of town.
I might be on the other page.
Yeah.
His first name is not Wilson.
Holy hair.
Is he big? Is he bald?
He's so big and so bald.
Wow.
Alright,
Wilson's not even
yeah.
a person.
So I think you have anything else you wanna throw in there? Are you satisfied with your recap?
It's mid-August.
It's mid-August.
Yeah.
We got a month check.
Winter's coming.
Oh shit.
Oh.
It already came here. There's the Great Flood.
Oh, maybe another one's coming.
Profit!
Bren.
No.
Welcome to Pokemon Dungeons and Dragons. Join our heroes Phoebe, Milo, CJ, Bentley, as they explore the Laris region, learn about their new friends, and discover the world around them. As our heroes awaken to their watery roommates, a new day and a new city await them.
Hey Ben. Big check.
Can we use those dice?
Oh.
2 right. Which one should I use?
Creature
Two.
habit.
You got red, you got blue, you got rose.
That's on you. I just wouldn't use those. They don't do well.
It's true.
Something else. Try something else.
Get another 4.
31? 34? 34?
34.
34.
It's better.
Low rolls all the time,
Still
all
better.
the freaking time. Hey.
It's not a 4.
Yeah. Did I roll a 4?
Yeah, the last time.
I remember rolling a 9. Oh my god. That was pathetic.
Oh, someday. Maybe.
Next August.
It is not this day.
There's not a day without anger. This is not this day. Cool.
We
guys-
sleep for a week and just have Ben roll 8 checks.
That's it. Just wake up every morning.
We camp until it's there.
Yeah.
Happy 30th birthday, CJ. What?
Hey guys.
We still here.
I thought we would have been doing a lot more.
This seemed like a great idea when we started waiting. Cool. Yeah, you guys awaken in your respective chambers. Each of you with 2 Woopers coiled around your feet.
Aww.
They've made their way back into your rooms. The doors are all slightly ajar.
Some whoop shoes.
Nice.
Pretty legit.
Oh, good morning, little Woopers.
What? They spring to life and kind of like run up to you, spray a little bit of water at you.
Alright, please don't do that.
That's one way to wake up in the morning.
I'm gonna head outside and look for my friends.
You probably find them if they get out of bed.
Hi.
Hello. Do you have Woopers in your room too?
What?
Do they spray you?
Yeah.
I have two in my room.
You're just holding them like this.
They chirp excitedly.
I don't remember. I slept pretty soundly for the first time in a long time, so.
Wow.
Well, he said.
Alright, Wooper friends, we're gonna go explore the town.
Man.
And they all hop off their respective rooms and they waddle down the hall, spraying the walls as they go.
Nice. It's gonna be difficult to deflood this.
This building shall never be nice again.
Wooper
There's
infestation.
mold issues.
Maybe we can build them a better house outside this house.
Possibly.
Because the Wooper room did not work.
Yeah.
Not really.
Alright.
We're gonna gentrify Woopers. Get out.
It's gonna be like Brooklyn Woopers. You gotta move out.
Yikes.
I kind of want to go see the gardener today. It's
Okay.
another person I've kind of heard
Yeah.
of in town, if you guys want to come.
I definitely
I'm not
want
opposed.
Okay.
to see the gardener.
What is it that you're looking to learn from the gardener?
Well, I just want to know, because my dad got his plant from her, so I feel like, if she's someone, if she remembers my dad, then she's someone that might be able to help us with information.
For sure.
And given everything we've been through, someone I might trust more immediately than a random stranger.
I'm down with that. I'm looking for a grass type, so it seems like a good idea to talk to a gardener about it.
All right. Sweet. Good?
Yeah. Sounds good to me. I'm just along for the ride. Let's
All right.
do this.
I don't think I put... Oh, yeah, it's in the southeast part of town.
Yep.
So,
Quadrant.
I don't think I put it in the southeast part of town.
I don't think
I don't know where it is, but here's my town map. It's on here. Very good. Very good notes.
Did anyone want to, hit up a shop or something first, or do we just want to go straight there?
Was the Anne Marie's shop near the
I don't
garden?
know.
I feel like it was. Can't remember for sure, but
But we were having a conversation about potentially seeing if you can phone your parents and have them send your Remy LaRue card.
yeah.
You can do that at the Pokemon Center, maybe? Because I would imagine they'd have a phone for contacting people that are getting Pokemon bred.
Telephones probably
Well-
exist.
How come we don't know
Quick
this?
sidebar there. Remember when we were talking to CJ about this whole thing? And you kind of brought up that if they know who we are, they'll know who our parents are?
Correct.
I'm thinking, A, might be a good idea to loop them in and maybe warn them, but B, I can't be certain if they're not tapping phone calls across the region now.
Good point. Good point.
Feel like better safe than sorry with these people?
You could call your parents with a fake name and they'd probably just recognize your voice, right?
And then go, Bentley, why are you making that noise?
I guess that's
Cover blown.
true of your parents. That's a good point.
But I mean, those are my thoughts. Do you probably don't, but do you have any idea if Team Rocket's able to...
Tap phones? No idea. I don't think there's any length they wouldn't go to mess with people.
Well, let's go talk to the gardener
Let's
first.
do that. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Get some insight. So we'll walk over
Lillian.
to the gardener's place.
Cool. Okay, as you guys make your way across the stilty wooden walkways, all the way down to the quadrant of Watalonga where Lillian's shop resides, you guys see this big wooden, very open structure. It almost looks like a greenhouse, but there's no glass windows or anything. There's just a number of old fishing nets kind of hung to the side, and laced throughout are a number of very small plants. They're all growing independent of each other, and you can see several red tentacles moving around and kind of tending them, coating them in a nice film of water.
Cool. Is there a discernible door?
It's pretty open.
Okay.
It's kind of it's on a big central walkway, and there's ways in from all sides.
Okay.
It's like a big open air market.
Excuse me, are you Mr. K?
He holds out a tentacle to you.
Okay, alright. Nice to meet you. Me and my friends, we're looking for the gardener.
And he points down the way. You can see
I think it's that way, guys.
an elderly lady kind of tending to some plants.
Yes.
Mr. K.
You now have a series of suction marks all up and down your arm. It's
Cupping therapy, it's fine.
also very slimy.
Pentapox.
Yeah.
Mr. K, hit me with a high five. Ah! Ooh!
You get a big clap,
Ooh.
and then as you try to pull your hand away, it's
That was very different. I don't even know how to rate that one. It didn't hurt at all. It's kind of soft, but
It's like number 1, but number 10? I don't know.
really weird.
fun but gross.
I'll walk up and hesitantly say, Lillian?
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
This ancient lady turns her head to you. Just go, Yes.
You're Lillian?
Yes, that is me.
Hi, my name's Milo Reuter. You might know my dad, Chamberlain.
Just let me check the ledgers.
Oh.
She kind of flicks through a couple and you can see she's just passing her hand over the pages. She goes, yes, Chamberlain. It has been some time. You sound so young.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Oh, that explains a lot.
We just got here to Wadalonga from Alluvia. And it's been quite a journey. And
I would imagine so.
yeah, we've had a rough couple weeks. And as a group of children, we've learned a lot of things that we did not know prior. And we were
Life is full of surprises.
Yes, it is. We were just curious if you had some time to chat and regale us of some stories of old.
What happened to you?
I have plenty of time. Yes, you speak very strangely. This shall be an interesting
Why are you talking so weird? I'm nervous.
She sort of turns vaguely to her direction and says, Mr. K, would you kindly fetch us a number of chairs? And he just goes, and he just kind of slurps into the water for a moment.
Whoa.
He's pretty cool, Lillian.
He is very helpful.
How long have you known Mr. K?
Oh, the years betray me, but a very long time. Ever since he was but a little fish in a large pond.
Have you lived in Wadalonga all your life, Lillian?
No, of course not. There have been many places.
What's been your favorite place? Is it here? Or?
Oh, certainly here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool from what we've found so far.
Yes, it is quite cool when it is not humid.
See what you did there?
When we came in, we heard a little bit about people referencing the flood.
Yeah.
A dreadful thing.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, as you may know, Mr. K will return shortly with chairs. It is quite a long story.
Do you think Mr. K needs help? I could help grab some chairs, maybe?
You hear this like, and you can see one big tentacle wrapped around the side of the building, and he just goes, and four very small, like lily pads on top of tree stumps, almost looking things, like plant themselves onto the ground. She goes, the chairs have arrived. And then Mr. K wheels over a small wooden wheelchair, overgrown with ivy and vines, as she kind of sits herself down. He goes, please have a seat.
Are these Pokémon that we're supposed to be sitting on?
I'm certain I don't know.
Alright, well, good luck to my keister.
I'm gonna kind of like wipe any potential water before I sit down.
Yeah, there's a nice just puddle that just comes right out.
Don't want swamp butt.
I was already sitting down before he did that.
You said just water splashes, crashes,
And you already had swamp butt before you sat down.
swamp in his tail.
Very true.
It's not gonna make it any worse, I tell you that.
What, a little bit of clean water? What's going on in my house?
Oh, gross.
As she lowers herself into the fine, overgrown wheelchair, Mr. K returns to his duties. She looks at all of you. She says, "Now, what was the question?"
We were curious about the flood that happened
Oh
here.
yes, a dreadful thing. Many, many years ago, when I was still quite old, it is said that the Rainmaker itself came to town to see us on our way. It seemed we were straying from the path, as it were. And the Rainmaker came to cleanse us.
Whoa.
But the Woopers were kind enough to assist us, prevent the floods from destroying all of the town. Just most of it.
Is this what's left?
Yes,
There was a significant amount more?
there was much more.
Oh.
We were quite a large civilization, you might say.
So was Guadalonga like a normal town before, and now it kind of became a swamp after the flood?
Yes. It's an eloquent way to put it. We were quite sophisticated. We had electrical power. There were things in the river that generated electricity. It was marvelous, children. You would have loved it.
Like building or like machinery?
Both.
Oh,
All manner of things.
cool.
I'm sure if you submerged yourself several meters below the surface, you could find the ruins.
I want to do that now. That sounds cool.
Would there be a way to maybe breathe underwater, like scuba gear? Do they sell that in Guadalonga? They're like tours where you can see the ruins, or is...
I'm certain I've never asked.
Right, well, I
Not
don't...
certain I could swim.
Does she have any gillyweed?
Just universe jumping.
That's right next to the liquid mud.
So there wasn't like any sign of like flooding or anything. This just Rainmaker brought in all this water.
It did.
Who is the Rainmaker?
Yeah.
Some say it is a myth, but I saw it.
You saw it?
I'll never forget. It was the last thing I saw.
You can't see the wind?
No,
Oh.
of course not. Why do you think I have Mr. K to assist me?
I just thought you were old.
Well, that is a fair point. Mr. K and I were friends long before I lost my sight.
Oh, nice. So,
You may have noticed his peculiar way of greeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the sores go away after a few hours. The smell, however, will remain for quite some time.
I got used to that a while ago.
Do I smell?
You both do.
Yes, you do.
Well,
so what did it look like?
Oh, it was majestic. Hard to put into words. A flash of blue here, a streak of purple there. It danced so wonderfully. And then the rains came. And they did not stop.
So why do you think they brought the rains here? You said it was... You were straying from the path? Was it there like...
The riverlands are not for people. They're for Pokémon and plants. Aquatic life flourished here before we arrived.
But couldn't people and Pokémon live in harmony together?
That is what the Rainmaker showed us.
Oh, alright.
Maybe they weren't beforehand.
I'm pretty good at this class, guys.
The founders were quite harsh on the locals, pushed them out, and yet after all that, they came back to help us after the flooding. It was then we learned how harsh and cruel we had been.
So was that the Woopers that were pushed out and then came back?
There were others, but yes, primarily the Woopers. They had built natural dams to keep the flooding at bay. We destroyed them to build our own.
That's crazy. But I'm happy that you guys have found a balance now.
Oh yes, and so are we. I would hate to miss another appearance by the Rainmaker. It was so lovely.
So was there any hints leading up to the Rainmaker's arrival, or just sort of happened?
Oh, some said it was destiny. You could read it in the clouds. I thought they were fools, so I went to investigate. And I got to see it. And they did not.
Where were you when you saw it?
I was up the river a fair ways.
Like towards the lake?
Mm-hmm. Right where the lake becomes the river again. Of course, back then it was only a trickle. But now we can't imagine life without the river.
We make a pretty big pivot here unless anyone else has some questions about the flood.
Do your thing.
Not about the flood.
So, in the last town we were at, we were enlightened to something called the War of the Architects. I don't think any of us really knew much about it before that moment, but due to the chaos that kind of happened immediately after, we weren't really able to follow up and kind of learn some more. But seems to be potentially a threat out there, and so I think if we knew more about it, we might be able to help stop it.
Her smile very quickly fades. She says, "The war is no place for children.
I agree.
Leave it to the history books."
I didn't like that at all.
I think what my friend Milo's trying to say is that maybe history could be repeating itself.
No, history always repeats itself. It is what we learn from it. That's what matters. So that we might do a little better next time.
I don't know how much information we want to get into about it, but should I just go for it?
Mm-hmm.
We were attacked by a Kadabra who was kind of well involved in that war, and he was trying to kill us and was taking orders from something called the Prime Mind, and we're just kind of scared that he might come after us, so we wanted to have some more information so it wouldn't be as scary.
Did he enter any of your minds?
Yes?
So
I don't think
by that, would that include talking? Because like we all heard it at the same time, but he wasn't like talking to us. He was like talking in our heads. Like we could hear him, but he wasn't talking. Is that what you're referencing?
Young man, how much experience do you have in things that may be described as paranormal?
I'd say fair amount, since
Probably more than
average.
More than the average Pendleton
Child?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes. Then you know the dangers. There are things that we can't possibly understand. I'm sure that Kadabra is just one of many.
Oh man.
I want to do an insight check really quick.
Go for it.
That is an 18.
What do you want to know?
If she's telling the truth, I don't trust this lady right now.
Yeah.
She seems like she's either being controlled or something. I don't know what's going on.
She was very open and trustworthy till the second you mentioned the War of the Architects.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She's
That's what I
very
said.
guarded and she's choosing her words.
Nagini!
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but we were gonna ask.
You could have done it in a more roundabout way.
How?
He in fairness, he did give the heads up.
It's true.
He did stick the landing.
That's true. We didn't know. Now we know.
Yeah.
So we have
Well,
some
we
information.
don't. I do. Does.
He's just squinting. CJ's squinting.
Were you in it?
No, of course not.
Oh, I want to insight check that.
Go for it.
Okay. 11.
She was not involved in the war.
That I know of.
I have a question. Do you guys here keep in contact with like other towns a lot? Like, is there
Yes, a great deal, but only with the capital.
only with the capital?
Mm-hmm.
Fola?
Correct.
10 points for Gryffindor.
This is the Harry Potter episode.
So far.
Also the pop quiz episode.
So why does Wadalonga stay in contact with Fola versus the other cities? Is it because of the lake and trade and the rivers, or another reason?
Correct again.
Why?
The riverboat traders from Fola come bearing information.
What sort of
So
information?
it's only by means of like the river you guys have communication?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The way is unkind for those who cannot swim.
What sort of information do they bring you?
The goings on of the capital and anywhere that the capital is connected to.
So Lillian, you've said that you've been many places, but have since settled here. In your travels, have you ever come across evils like, I don't know, Team Rocket?
Let's see if she would even know anymore.
Lillian has dementia.
She goes, the name is familiar, but I cannot say for certain.
All right. Is there any general wisdom that you could maybe pass along to some young kids that are going on their own adventures? I'm sure you learned a lot when you were roaming around.
The most important thing I can tell you is that wet socks are the worst for traveling feet.
100% agreed.
That's fair.
Always pack space on your journey.
Let's...
Buy socks. Got it.
I'm gonna change subject, and if anyone else wants to roundabout back to that,
Okay.
if you think of a way, go for it. When we were in Xantha, we went into a mine, and we found this really big crystal, and we found out that it was called like a source stone or something like that, am I right? Mm-hmm. For fire type Pokemon? Have you heard of anything like that? Or like any other types or anything?
Ooh, baby! Info drop. So, to make sure that this is not lost in the translation through Lillian, it is purported by many riverboat travelers that at the bottom of the lake that lies just north of Wadalonga is an enormous spire made of what people claim to be sapphires. But no one's ever been able to get close enough or deep enough in the lake to break off a piece of it.
So at the bottom of the lake.
The bottom of the lake.
If you ever wanted to crash out a Pokeball.
Yes, sir.
Just immediately runs to the lake and jumps in, holding his breath like, they said nobody could get to it, you're gonna get in with one breath.
Be a really cool
Inspiration dice.
like rite of passage / test for Crash.
Hell yes. So on board with that idea.
Can you swim? How deep can you
Also-
swim? Not that deep.
Crash is water. Does he need to swim? Just
How deep can you swim?
water.
Be water, my friend.
I know. Yeah, there's squad. I'm a
Squad.
We're gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
Can you teach me to scuba?
I would say I'd get some fire ones for, half my team, but I'm not going back in those mines. Not worth it. I don't care.
She will warn you that the source stones are not to be taken lightly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, old news lady.
Yeah, we know.
We know, Lillian.
Oh boy.
Did you ever
Where was,
come across a man that claimed to be a collector?
Ah, yes. Yes, he was in not too long ago.
Here?
He was insufferable. Do you know him?
No. I've just heard about him.
You probably not know him.
What was he asking about?
He's infuriating. He asks about everything. He wants everything. He will make you an offer that he believes you cannot refuse.
I was about to ask her what he looks like, and then I caught myself.
The same as all of you.
So then he's balling.
Did you try to ask if he could have Mr. K?
He did. And I told him kindly where he could go.
Nice. Heck.
You ever battle with Mr. K?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely not.
Mr. K is not a battler.
I bet he could kick some ass.
Gregory is, though, if you are
who's
eager
Gregory?
to fight.
Who's Gregory?
He goes, Gregory, would you come out? This young man wants to meet you. And you see something that you thought was a Venus flytrap on the wall uncoil itself from the nets, and it sort of just hovers down in front of you. And it smells very, very sweet.
What is this
And he just goes, and it just licks its lips in front of you.
I don't know what this is. What is this? I've never seen this before.
She goes, this is Gregory.
Okay. I'm asking Milo specifically. Do you know what this thing is?
I've never seen that.
You've never seen that before?
No.
Holy crap. Do you know what that is? You're a Pokemon guy.
I could guess, but
Guess.
I don't know for sure.
Guess.
I don't know. Could be a Carnivine or a Victory Bell, something.
Cool.
It's definitely a grass type.
Several vines kind of wrap around your shoulder as you start guessing, and they kind of start walking down your arm. It's very uncomfortable.
I think you're right. Where'd you get this guy?
Oh, he floated in around the time the Rainmaker showed up. He guided me home.
Neat. So,
Lillian, do you have any other Pokemon that help you with gardening here? And what plants do you grow? And do you grow berries at all? My friend Phoebe's into berries, and
I'm poking around.
Every time you go near a plant, Mr. K just casually happens to be right near you. Just goes.
Museum rules.
Touching.
He just like slides into frame very silently, and then slides away.
His tentacle just slaps me.
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen. Do not touch the flowers.
She says, I don't grow berries. The soil doesn't take to them very well. However, I have long since perfected a very lovely fruit. If you would like to try it.
Yeah.
Did you name the fruit?
She said, I did not, but it has a name.
Well, what is that name?
She calls it Lilycoin.
But you didn't name it?
It was named after me, but I did not give it the name.
Called Lily what?
Lilycoin.
AKA passion fruit. Shout out to Hawaii.
do you know who named it?
She goes, yes. An old flame.
Oh, dang, Lillian.
Get it, girl.
Did anyone else have any other questions right now? I know you probably want to come spend some
Yeah.
one-on-one time.
Milo, did you want to ask about your dad's plant? Is that
Yeah.
what you already did?
The
or
lily coin?
do you know?
Does that look familiar?
Is it that?
No.
And I point to the Carnivine, maybe.
No, definitely not that. It's definitely not that.
Never that. Never that.
Never that.
He just always talked about her in this place with such high esteem that I wanted to see what it was with my own eyes and kind of check it out and meet her. It's kind of my goal.
Fair enough.
And I wanted to ask about these things, which we got some good answers and one that poses more questions.
And some insight that could be very interesting.
Are you guys pretty much good to go here?
I think so.
For now?
Yeah, for now.
Lillian, do you know where the Rite of Learning is here?
Said I know where it used to be.
Oh, good point. Where did it used to be?
Just a little ways up that path over there. And Mr. Cage goes. He points you in the direction.
That's great.
Okay. Did you want to try one more time to ask her about the war in a non-Milo way?
I mean, you did kind of call him out on it, so now pressure's on.
Maybe when it's just us ladies, she'll warm up.
Okay. Nice way to
Yeah,
to put it off.
Lillian, these guys. schmucks.
Roll that persuasion.
Lillian, you know how it is, right?
Chicks, man.
Natural 20. She does not know how it is. And she is having none of it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Lillian, final question for the more battle-ready peeps on the team. Do you happen to know where the gym is here, or what type of Pokemon the gym is?
Again, I know where it used to be. I know it's currently being reconstructed.
Well, do you mean reconstructed as in not active, or...?
Oh, still very active.
Alright. Can Mr. K point us in the right direction there?
Mr. Cage goes... just turns your head towards this very distant structure, kind of on like the shores. Very kind of broken down. You can see a couple people out there kind of hammering back some pieces of the roof.
I'm just imagining like you have to hold a plank in place while they like secure it, and while like water Pokemon just blast you. And you have to just
Help us fix the gym! I'm trying!
If you drop it,
20 burpees.
drown you.
Just volunteer labor. Jeez.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, you know, just because of how communal this town is.
Yeah.
Like it'd be a thing to kind of put your mark on the gym and the rebuilding of it.
I am very curious to potentially figure out underwater shenanigans.
Interesting.
Okay, should we go check out the shop now?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Hey, Lily, do you know where to find any grass-type Pokemon around here?
She goes, yes, Gregory.
No, not your
Gregory.
Pokemon, like
And he
other
just goes,
Pokemon. Yeah, I know Gregory.
Kind of wraps around
great.
both of your arms.
He's great. I'll probably come back and battle
smells you.
him at some point.
He just gets real close. Just
Hi, bud.
Oh, he's smelling you.
You're nice. You like how I smell?
You smell so sweet and you smell so sour.
You smell sweet. I like sweet things. But I won't eat you, I promise.
And together we are sweet and sour.
He winked at me. No, I mean like Pokemon that I could catch, not Gregory.
I would imagine anywhere that grass grows, Pokemon are not far behind.
Thank you for that sage advice. You're great.
Oddish.
Anytime we make a pun on it, it's just like, ooh! God.
It'd be interesting when you come back to have Sage out.
Yeah.
See if he can like assist.
So can we see the shop that we were told about with the flower on top from here in any direction?
Make an investigation check.
Hard to miss.
What is investing? Oh, God.
Intelligence.
Dude, so consistent.
Oh
those eights.
man. Just the sun all up in your eyes.
Yep.
Now you know how it feels to be a Mila.
I do. I very much do.
You're kind of looking all around.
Help out, Milo.
Belly is
The refraction off the river.
15.
15? It was the other direction. Milo's like, hey, is that it? And there's a big shop with a big old...
I've learned to look away from the sun.
Not interested.
As you turn to tell Bentley that the subject.
Took you 20 plus sessions to do that.
That's been happening since session -7.
Very accurate.
He's not wrong.
So do we want to go check out that shop?
Yeah.
I don't even know what they sell, but
I'm curious if they have Wadalonga Pokeballs.
true. And also, we all need to buy socks that aren't wet.
Then we need to find some grass.
Yeah, somewhere.
Is that a weed?
Police.
Well, you know, CJ, the Lotads in the river, they're gross, they're weird. They were like licking me and didn't care for it. But Quillfish like chasing him around in the water. He could maybe like work with Crash. I tried doing that earlier, working with Crash. He wasn't about it. But if you were there, he might take to it a little bit.
You look into that, possibly.
All right.
Let's go to the store.
Crash elbows you really hard in the knee. It's like,
I know you can do it. All right, chill.
All right, chill. The annoying thing.
Nice. Have we left yet? I got one last question.
No.
you can not have left if you want.
Okay, I thought I'd poke my head back in.
It's your choice.
So I know you met my...
You have legs.
Alright, I'll pop back in a second, like just me. Hey, Lillian, I know you met my dad. I don't know if you remember him all that well. But did you ever meet my brother, Toby?
I can't say I've had the pleasure.
Good.
Alright.
Toby.
Good.
Is he a collector as well?
I don't believe so.
Well, he's your brother, surely you must know.
I haven't seen him in a long time, so...
Brain blast. What if Toby is the collector?
Alright, thank you, Lillian.
He goes, yes, of course. Come back anytime. It's nice to have visitors.
We will.
Nice meeting you.
Back.
Bye, Mr. K.
Yeah, bye, Mr. K.
And he kind of like holds out his arms and kind of waves to all of you.
Nice. Alright, let's go check out that shop.
Gregory watches you sultfully as you walk away.
Oh.
He's like,
Guys, I'm like kind of on edge about this whole war thing.
Yeah, that was
Oh yeah, she was being sketchy about it too. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Not really.
Kind of saw your face during that. Didn't seem like you trusted her, but also you don't trust
But you don't
anybody
trust
really.
anybody, yeah, so.
Yeah, but also you've been right a lot. So.
Yeah, no, I got strong feelers that she was being avoidy during that whole
I
conversation.
just think it's really weird that, and
I think it's fun.
feel free to jump in here and correct me because this technically never happened, but like we never heard about this,
Yeah.
right? Like as far as our time
History?
in our hometown?
Correct.
Yeah, like we've never heard about this before. And all of a sudden there's this like worldwide revelation of stuff that's been going on that has
Yeah.
literally changed the foundation of the planet, or at least this country. And we're just not hearing about it. Everyone's so like hush about it.
It's weird.
Yeah,
We're in Derry, Maine.
it might be.
If memory serves, you guys were told that you know the name, but very little about it.
Yeah, like it was mentioned in school,
Yeah.
I think is what you said.
Yeah. Like it would have been mentioned, but it's not something you guys probably paid a lot of attention to.
Also, it was like a long time before we were around.
Yeah, but it's just weird that
30
like
years.
everyone's so like, I don't want to talk about that.
Right.
It's it's a bad time. Nobody told.
For sure, but it's just
No, I'm with you. I mean, did she not want to talk about it because it's difficult to talk about, or does she have something to hide?
because we
it
were
seemed like the latter.
It could be either.
we were pretty like I tried to stress the point that it doesn't seem like it's over, like just any information may help, but we didn't get anything at all.
Like, she shut down immediately.
Like this is just gonna be one of my things now. Hey, I'm Milo. Tell me about the one architects. Big get out of my sweater. Like I'll wait. Just pull up a chair.
That's fair.
just exclusively asking all of the people who are being controlled by Cause.
It's very possible.
Shut up.
Or even like, even to a degree, if it was, say, Mr. K or Gregory that were involved in this, because Gregory just followed her home and she lost her vision. Like, that might be
Part of it.
This might be Weekend at Bernie's over here.
It very well.
That's why I said Nagini.
That is true. She was super weird. She was nice.
Weird.
But she was weird.
But then everyone that's been kind of nice has been psychotic, so.
My 12-year-old brain is just like, after what we experienced in Xantha, all bets are off. Anything could be real.
Yeah, for sure. Everything.
Everything is real.
Everything not real.
Simultaneously, these things are happening. Want to response that?
As you guys are
We're all just like paranoid. We all descend into madness. Just.
As you're all walking to Anne Marie's, let's get a group perception check.
We're being listened to. Fuck.
Oh, shit.
18.
Yeah, pull that one.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Okay. There's a clown in the sewer grate.
It is Jerry Main.
on your way to Anne Marie's general store, you catch a quite lovely smell of pastries
Oh, yes.
wafting on the breeze.
Oh my, where's that?
A nice break from like the kind of swamp water and
Oh my.
Do you guys smell that pastry smell?
Yes.
It's really sweet.
it's very sweet.
I'm gonna send out little buddy because he likes sweet things.
Yes.
His little snoot is like, and he just goes and just starts walking towards it.
Perfect. Follow little buddy. Do you guys want to go check this out?
Absolutely.
To the pastries.
Yeah.
To the pastries, I guess, yeah.
As you guys get closer, you can see like an adolescent boy, probably about your age, who calls out and goes, "Order up, Charlie!" And you hear a ding, and 3 little pastry plates very quickly make their way onto an ordering tray. And he goes, "I order number 6." And somebody goes, "Oh, that's me." He kind of carries them over. He sees little buddy walking up, and he gets down. And he goes, "Well, hey there. What can I get for you?" Little buddy's just like, just walks like through his legs. He's like, "Where's that smell?" But he kind of just picks up and goes, "Easy there, friend." He puts it back and he goes, "No."
He's a culinarian now. He can't be stopped.
I'm gonna run up and just say, "Little buddy, hold on a second. Sorry, this is my Cyndaquil. He's kind of taken an interest in sweet things and baking."
As you try to pick him up, he's still walking. He's like,
Just a little.
and the kid looks at you and goes, "Oh, it's no worries. It happens all the time. You know, Charlie cooks good stuff."
Would you mind if he watched Charlie cook?
Oh, nobody gets to watch Charlie cook.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Charlie can cook you something.
Okay.
Who's Charlie?
Oh, Charlie's my brother.
Yeah, what's your name? I'm Bentley, by the way.
Oh, I'm Damian. It's good to meet you guys.
Oh god.
Good to meet you too.
It's all for you, Damian.
I'm gonna immediately get a perception.
He has no pulse. Oh god! His eyes are bloodshot. Oh god! He's a tail. Oh god! None of those are true things.
So what do y'all bake here? What are you making?
Oh, this welcome to Crabby Cakes.
Oh,
We make pastries for Pokemon.
Fantastic.
sweet. That's so cool.
Do you make pastries for people?
Sure.
Can people eat the Pokemon pastries?
He'll eat them anyway.
I will.
Yeah.
I mean, it won't. I don't think it will hurt you.
Okay, cool. We're gonna test that out.
Oh, okay.
By we, he means he.
All right. Alrighty. Hey, Charlie. There's some interesting people out here. Can you whip them up something cool? And you hear, "Yep." Ding! And like 3 little plates appear very, very quickly. One appears to be like a very small kind of carrot cake looking thing. One's a little muffin with blue frosting and a tiny like decorative orange berry on top. And the third looks like just like devil's food cake.
Cool.
And he just goes ding ding ding, and Damian goes, "Yep. Quick as ever, bud." And he just grabs all 3 and he goes, "Here, try it. Have a taste."
Sweet.
I'm gonna send out Rose.
What are the different cakes we got here?
He goes, "Oh, this is Charlie's favorite." And he holds out the carrot cake looking thing. It's got a little carroty frosting garnish on top. He goes, "He's a big fan of this one." He always whips it up for folks that are sort of new in town, just to show what we're all about. The little blue one should be safe for human consumption, I think. That one's for you. And then this little...
As Crash is like,
Crash just like opens his jaws and like...
Too slow, bro.
And he just goes...
Mine first.
He like crosses his arms frustrated, and then Damian just goes, "Charlie, can I get another blue special?" And he goes, "Ding!" And it just pops up. He goes, "He's really fast."
He's got Diner Dash back
He
there.
did not have enough time to bake that properly. There's no chance.
Oh, we have like a bunch back there. He just whips things up. So it's... Don't worry, they're all cooked properly.
All right, Rose, which one smells best to you?
Rose just looks at the devil's food cake and looks at Crash. And just goes... Crash goes... And he very gently pulls it apart, but one side is clearly larger. Just roll any die.
16.
Crash gives the larger half to Rose.
Aww.
Oh shit.
that is
He's
adorable.
sharing.
Bro.
He's very sad about it, but he's like...
To be fair, Crash owes her.
And Rose just goes... and just slurps it down. And then Crash is like... and crumbs somehow just go everywhere.
That was nice, bud.
Cookie
Pat him on the
bastard.
head.
He's like... He gives you a look of like... Tell no one.
God. We all saw it crash. Alright, okay. Alright. Didn't see anything.
Yeah. But little buddy just licks the carrot cake, and you see his eyes just open and his pupils dilate. And he's like...
Oh.
He just slowly starts slurping it.
Nice.
Tries to pick it up, and is like, "No,
He sees into a different dimension.
You found
the prophecy is true."
Cyndaquil me up.
I don't know if you'll know this question, Damian, but what does that taste like?
Carrot cake.
Okay, so it's like a pretty sweet kind of tart.
Yeah. You could try it if you want to. I don't think it's hurting your friend. Are you still...
No, it's actually really good.
He's still breathing. See, he's okay.
I actually thought it tasted good. Is that weird? Have you ever eaten them? No.
Yeah, just I'm really kind of interested in this just because, I've kind of been feeding my Pokemon just essentially trail mix. And I after what we had at Remy's and kind of the journey we've been on.
You ate at Remy's?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it like?
It was really cool. You should totally go.
You've never been there before?
No.
Why not?
How? We're always so busy.
No.
We never really have time to get away.
Is it just you and Charlie?
Yeah.
I think you guys should do a like communal thing where you eat over there and then you guys do dessert.
He goes, "Oh, I don't know about that." And he kind of shuffles his feet a little bit.
Remy would be down. Your stuff tastes good.
Oh, Remy's eaten here many times.
Venture capital D&D! Merge the companies and invest!
How come that's not a thing you would want to do?
Oh, Charlie's just real shy. And then you're ding, 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 till like just 3 more kicks come up. He goes, "Bah!" And he goes, "Oh, sorry, I gotta take these. I'll be right back with you guys." And he takes away a couple trays.
You said
Go ahead.
you said Charlie's your brother, right?
He over his shoulder, he goes, "Yeah." As he's delivering 3 more little cakes.
Like he's your human brother?
Yeah.
I want to like sneak off to the side and see if I can like peer into where the kitchen
make
is.
a perception check. Because it's basically like a...
9.
It's like a non-mobile...
Moving on up.
It's like a very small hole-in-the-wall kitchen.
Banana stand.
Kind of. But like super raised countertop that it's almost like it's like the Krusty Krab. You almost like never see into the kitchen, but like plates are up there.
Okay.
So he's like reaching up to put them up there. He's got just like white gloved hands. Just things are going quick. But Damian goes, of course he's my human brother. Like, what else would he be?
A Pokemon.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. Why is he so shy?
I don't know. Charlie's always been shy.
How old is Charlie?
Charlie's 18.
Okay.
Does he do anything else besides stay back there and cook?
No, he keeps us fed.
Well, to kind of double back, like I've been wanting to be able to cook my Pokemon food that they enjoy more so than the snacks that I brought with me. And, we got a taste of that at Remy's, and your brother seems really good at whipping up Pokemon food. I was hoping I could get some tips or have a little buddy watch him cook.
So I don't know about having a Pokemon in the kitchen that's sort of unsanitary, you know? We could check with Charlie and see, but I don't know how he would feel about that.
Check with Charlie.
He goes, but if you brought anything, Charlie can cook stuff with berries.
I think that's kind of my question, because when we're out traveling, if I could cook with the berries.
Maybe you could trade, like, let him take the day off, and then if Charlie agrees to let you bake, you'll like work for the day, like part of the day, serving people.
I'm down to do that. I don't know how.
We'll just install SpongeBob Diner Dash. We'll see how long it is.
So what does the surroundings look like? So you said that this is like an elevated food truck kind of deal, where Damian is out front serving stuff to people, taking it to the tables, and then Charlie's in the truck. You can't see him because he's like putting stuff on a little tray.
Yes.
But outside of that, like, is it like a little like strip mall? Because this was supposedly
like
where the
raised,
other shop is.
Yeah, it's like raised stilts, and this is kind of like where the riverboats pull up.
Okay.
But it's almost like a rest stop kind of deal. There's some benches and stuff for people to just kind of sit and relax. So that's where they decided to set up shop. But it is on one of the main roads of Wadalaga.
Okay.
Can we pull a Guy Fieri and like join a random table and be like, what brings you to Crabby Cakes?
So good.
Mid-bite. Has to be mid-bite. Wait for it.
One last trip to Flavortown. I don't know about that.
So, Damian, do you sell any Pokemon treats that maybe have like proteins? It could be good for the Pokemon's health, or do you know of anybody who would sell that?
Well, I mean, I suppose we could. We could try.
Ooh, that'd be just such a cool thing. That's what I want to learn though.
As well, if you figure it out, let us know.
That's what I want to learn, though. I mean, I have a berry, Mila, if you want to try it out with little buddy.
I just want to see like his process though, because I mean I don't really have much experience with it. I don't want to pull a Skeesh the berry and rub it in her spider wound scenario. Like I need more direction than.
This berry restores Pokemon hit points. Great, my human friend is wounded. Grind it into a paste and mush it in there, buddy.
Yeah, so
that's the way.
I need more of a Lego directions on that.
He needs Mary Berry.
Step 1, get a berry. Step 2, bake a cake.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Maybe I'll go talk to Remy again if they're so averse to it. And then maybe I can cook something there and then bring it here as like my proving myself, and then they might
leash.
Good idea.
You could just go ask Charlie right now too.
What?
Like, hey Charlie. Like,
Charlie,
can
are
I
you there?
bake with you?
Sounds like he's super busy. Charlie. Would you let me cook with you?
He just goes, ding, 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 and 3 more orders come up.
Charlie's not a human.
Even though he said,
Can I do a deception check?
What are you trying to lie about?
I was just kidding, because he's not a human.
Are you sure? Wait a minute.
Why would you say that?
Are you?
That's what you would say.
How long do these keep?
Oh, like how long are they good for?
Yeah.
Probably a couple of days if you put them in something. If you leave them out though, they get kind of stale.
Okay.
You can put them in my mouth. hold on to them.
Nice.
That's
Stomach.
probably not a good plan.
Give him back
I feel
his
like
poop.
that's just you eating them.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay. As long as we're all on the same page.
Did you grow up here?
No.
No. Where are you from?
Lots of different places.
How'd you end up over here?
After the flood,
Yeah.
it just settled down.
Okay.
Has Charlie ever cooked with the Lillicoy from Lillian?
Yeah. Yeah, it actually makes a really, really nice dish, but Lillian's not too keen on giving those away to just anybody.
So I wonder how often they grow the fruit. Like, it'd be kind of cool if you had one that would just produce fruit. Anywho's, yeah, well, looks like you're in the middle of a lunch rush, so.
Could I get 2 to go?
Sure. That'll be $5. Try to have 2 to go. What kind did you want?
Let's do your the carrot ones.
Okay, yeah. Charlie, 2 carrots. Ding ding! And they come up and they're in nice little cardboard boxes with a little bow on top.
Sweet.
Can I have 2 of each one?
2 of each one?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We have a lot of different cakes.
Oh, the 3 that you showed us.
Oh. Okay, Charlie, we have order up. We need 2 of each one that you give as samples. He says that'll be $15.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna use these to butter.
Do you want a gift bag?
Nice.
No, I'll just hold on to
Give it
those.
to Gregory.
You should have got
Okay.
Me and this one. We'll hold on
Well,
to
those
this.
are all
Crash is just like-
ones with little boy. But for Gregory,
Time hanging out.
Mr. King.
Good call. I like that.
Can I get one of the blue ones?
You get 6 boxes handed to you.
Sweet. Thanks, bro. Oh, wait. That's right.
Damian kind of counts the cash and just puts it into a little, like, holster style cash register. It's like, thanks guys.
So, yeah, thank you, Damian. There's a lot of people here.
There's a lot of acid reflux from all this food.
Don't Cersei, I wanted to know it was me. Oh, remember that shit.
Oh, God.
So it's busy. There's a lot of people here, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good crowd for the lunch rush.
But given that they make food for Pokemon and people aren't nearly eating them, I take it there's a lot of Pokemon eatings.
Yeah, we feed the wildlife sometimes. They come around every once in a while.
Are there any wild Pokemon? No, I'm not asking Damian.
Oh,
I'm asking you.
you gotta clarify.
Yeah, are there wild Pokemon abouts now?
I'm just kind of curious on like the ratio of like Pokemon here that are people and like some that are wild. That
There's like a few dozen Spearow that kind of like wait for tables to clear, and there's like they
dang.
pick up all the crumbs.
Nice.
Scavenges.
I want to look around for a Pokemon that belongs to a trainer that's particularly enjoying food.
Make a perception check.
You are doing it.
21.
You see a very, very small purple rat, akin to what you have seen before.
But not
it has a
rabid.
similar.
Doesn't have the plague.
This one does not have the plague or rabies. This one seems to be wearing a small vest, and also has a very similar contraption to Damian's, but on a much smaller scale. And he's picking up two plates with the little cupcakes, and he's kind of waddling along.
Oh, he's like a waiter?
No, he's a walking along. He looks like a customer.
Oh. What do you mean a contraption similar to Damian's?
So Damian has like the little cash register. on his side. This little rat also has one.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Is he going up to a person?
It appears to be just walking away.
Entrepreneur.
I think this
He's
rat
selling
has-
them for more for nowhere.
He's running his own organization.
That's interesting.
Should we follow?
You
Yeah.
can see it has a little name tag, but it's a little bit too small for you to make up a name on it.
Damian, does that Rattata work for you?
No, that's one of Fisk's.
Oh.
It's about lunchtime for them.
That's That's something to ask about when we get there.
Yeah.
But now we don't have to like follow it.
Pokemon workforce.
Interesting. Okay.
Where did Fisk live again? It was like the...
Yeah, he's on the...
was it northeast side of town?
Correct.
Okay.
Notes. That's solid.
Are we close to the other shop? Or...
Yeah,
Yes.
you guys are well within eyesight of Anne-Marie's.
Are there any other buildings around here aside from that and the food truck?
There are several like riverboat traders, some of which are open, some of which just have people kind of lounging back.
Okay.
Taking naps and stuff.
You guys good on the food front?
Nobody's still licking carrot cake.
Carrot cake.
You can bring it with us, buddy.
Carrot cake. He looks at you and he's like, he picks it up and he tries to eat it and he just bumps his nose like right down in it.
I'll just pick him up in one hand and hold it in front of him when we walk to the shop.
He gingerly licks the whole time. He's all about it.
Yeah, I want you to think about what in this cake specifically you like, because we're going to try to make it later, but we're going to have to figure out what we need.
So you have no way of knowing this, but Lil Buddy will kind of look at you and he looks more resistant to something. Also, Crash and CJ, you feel very much so like you could take a punch right now.
Bring it on. Bentley, hit me in the face.
What?
I don't know, I just feel weird. Just do it.
And Crash,
hit you in the face.
Crash has kind of a glow. You just feel kind of bubbly.
Do it.
No.
Like, open hand.
No.
Slap me.
No.
Crash, hit him.
Crash him.
When you say resistant, like he's unhappy about?
No, like he looks like something would not affect him as much.
Okay.
I don't really know how to describe that, but basically he's under the effect of some kind of buff.
Okay, I see. Okay.
What about Rose?
So Rose ate the devil's food.
Yes.
Rose.
Now I really want to learn how to make these.
Rose looks incredibly resilient as well, but in a different way. So Little Buddy seems like a specific thing would not affect him as much. Rose looks as though she almost looks like harder to damage, if that makes any sense.
Welcome.
Makes sense. Not necessarily like boosted AC, but like it looks like it would take a lot more to take Rose down. Right?
Shove a bunch of these in before the gym. The cramp will be worth it. Oh yeah.
Oh, God, I'm so full.
But yeah, you guys do make your way to Anne-Marie's. I've distracted you long enough. You arrive outside Anne-Marie's general store. It is quite similar to Lillian's in that it is mostly a patchwork of like plywood boards that are loosely leaned up against some posts. It looks mostly like they set up shop and take the shop down at the end of the day because they don't really have a lot of options. There's very few solid structures that are still standing in Guadalajara.
Is there anything we can see like within? Are there like windows like looking into the?
There's no glass, but there are like ventilation holes. So it's not like just plywood boards all the way around.
Right.
There are some spots that are open air and some other spots that have holes cut out of them for light and wind flow, things of that nature.
Is there anything specific that you guys are looking to buy?
I'm curious if they have their own like, city-specific Pokeball, like every city we've been to so far.
All right, well, let's check it out.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah, as you walk in, you see a Wooper who is kind of holding a mop in between his cheek and his shoulder. As you walk in, he goes whoop whoop, and he just kind of he's mopping the floors.
Aww.
And another one seems to be standing there, like propping up a wet floor. So he goes whoop,
Well, thanks for the warning.
You kind of step around. He's just mopping, like, kind of old wood. Doesn't really seem to be doing much, but...
I feel like Rose having to like flop around would like use the wet floor to slide.
Get so many splinters.
So many splinters.
Oh, is it wood?
No, it's wood.
Oh, gross.
It is absolutely wood. That's why it's kind of comical that he's trying to mop it. But he's like spitting water in front of himself and then like mopping it, but it's just seeping through the cracks of the wood. It's dripping into the river below. He's helping.
And there's like items around.
He's doing his best.
Okay.
There's items all about.
Can I see if there's anything that kind of catches my attention as being unique to here?
You certainly can.
Everything.
Wait.
Ooh.
Tell me about 8 things.
Yeah, you see 8 things. There's very little fishing gear for where you are. You would imagine there would be a lot more, but it seems as though this is not the place to be if you are looking for fishing stuff. There's a lot of racks that just have a few Pokeballs kind of scattered here and there. It's not a well-stocked or organized shop by any means, but it seems to be doing the best that it can. The thing that catches your eye the most so far is just a nice pair of like wading boots, kind of similar to Remy's. More practical than fashionable, but these nice boots.
Need some galoshes.
Those look pretty cool. I think maybe if you're thinking about that for fishing, you would check Fisk's place first, but if he doesn't have any or the prices are different.
Yeah.
I'm already wearing rain boots.
Are there any people in
side
here?
deck rain boots.
Yeah, there's a couple people in here. Make a perception check. Boom!
So what is that, a 9?
6. Nice try.
So it's 9.
Yeah, the 2 people that CJ would probably most readily notice. There's a woman who's about probably like 2 feet taller than you.
About your mom?
She's about 2 feet taller than you. She's got very long black hair with a shock of white down the right hand side. Let's see, she has gray eyes. She's wearing very thick wading boots, kind of similar to what's on the rack. She's wearing currently a flannel shirt and some overalls. And she is talking to a similarly quite tall and very rugged, what CJ would describe as a pirate. He's holding a quite large hat, but he's got a bandana on and his hair is very long and scraggly. He's got big black boots on, and they seem to be having a conversation in what CJ would probably describe as heathen lingo. You are unable to discern what exactly they're saying, but you know it's not in English.
And I'm fully drawn to it, so I'm going to walk closer to them and just sort of stare at them.
Okay. They seem to be carrying on at length about something, but it sounds like gibberish to you.
Interesting.
Every once in a while you catch like something that sounds like a word you know, and you're like, maybe.
Are there any items in the shop that they're like looking at or hinting toward or maybe aiming to buy?
It looks as though make an insight check because they're not speaking.
Make the roll so you can fail and I don't have to do this.
8.
19.
Ooh!
So you are able to infer from looking at them that the pirate gentleman appears to be trying to sell something to the woman. And from that you gather that that's probably Anne-Marie.
Oh.
But you can see behind the pirate man is a riverboat, currently laden and quite heavily, like barely staying afloat with heavy crates.
Hey, maybe those are the merchant people
Makes
Remy was
sense.
talking about.
Interesting.
Can I see what's in the boat?
You can try to take a look if you like. Alright, perception check.
It's a bold move. No.
A natural 1.
Okay. Yeah, as you kind of as you eagerly make your way over, you're kind of like from the boat. You just feel a nice hand on the shoulder. From the pirate captain goes, "Can I help you?"
Sorry, I was looking at your boat. It's really full.
Yes, it is. I'm trying to make it not so full.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm not trying to get in the way of a sale here. I just wanted to see what kind of goods you had, and Just a shopper browsing around.
It is alright to be curious, young man. I mess with you.
Oh, okay.
He says, you can call me Eddie or Captain Fry, whatever you prefer.
Captain Fry.
Yes.
Captain Fry.
Yes. Whichever you prefer.
So,
This is my boat.
are you a trader primarily?
No, I am many things. Riverboat captain, philanthropist, artist, aspiring writer. I am many things.
Wow, you kind of run the gamut. That's a lot of things.
I try to. A man should be everything to all people. It's at this point that Anne-Marie in English says, Eddie, perhaps we should continue this conversation when you are not so busy making new friends. And she turns back to engage with another customer. But the pirate captain kind of kneels down to your level and goes, now tell me, son, what do you aspire to be?
Well, I'm traveling with my friends. They're all shopping too. I want to be a Pokemon champion someday.
Ah, that is a very, very good goal to have, very, very difficult. But I believe in you. You can do it.
Well, that's very nice of you, considering you just met me, but...
Belief is in the eyes, I can see it. You have determination, drive.
Oh, well,
You
thank
want
you.
it, you will get it.
Thank you. I'm Bentley. That's my Pokemon Rose.
Ah, yes. Yes, she's quite lovely.
Yeah, she's great. I was wondering, I don't know if you're much for battles. Seems like you have quite a few other hobbies and jobs that keep you busy, but I was wondering if you know anything about the gym here in town?
Oh, I know a bit. I have more than a few rounds with the gym leader, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not talking about battle. I'm talking about alcohol, drinking. You'll know when you're older. It's fine.
All right. I thought you were going a different direction than that, even so.
No, I can't drink him under the table. He always challenges me. He will never get my badge, if you understand.
I don't think I do. Don't think I want to know, but fair enough.
This is an R-rated.
What is the gym leader's name?
He goes by Diego now.
Oh, okay.
Now?
Diego now. Interesting.
It's it's Ethiopian,
Do you know what type of Pokemon he specializes in? I'm trying to get a little... I'm going around doing a lot of the gym challenges here, and as much insight as I can get without, of course, anyone breaking the rules would be super helpful.
Ah, so you know the rules. Then I cannot tell you.
All right. Well, fair enough.
Wouldn't want you to get you don't want to get your hands dirty,
Unfair advantage.
We were told what the Xantha gym type was and what the Alluvia gym type was.
What if that was a hint? It's ground type.
What?
What did he say?
He said don't want to get your hands dirty.
Oh,
That'd be funny.
murder?
Because if this was around before the flood, water type doesn't necessarily mean water.
Yeah.
Because it was beforehand. You know what I mean?
Milo, do you have inspiration currently?
No.
You do now.
Well, there you go.
That was very
Unfair
stupid.
advantage.
So, Captain Fry, why does the gym leader here challenge you to battles a lot?
Oh, not battles, my friend.
Drinking Bentley.
Yeah.
He drinks more than him.
Ah, this one gets it.
Yeah.
I had a different thought in my head and it went away, so I asked a different question. I'll be over here.
Are you drunk, Bentley?
I might be. Maybe I got the effects of you eating that cake. I don't know.
Well, you wouldn't slap me, so.
Do you ever fish, Captain Fry?
Ah, of course. The days and nights on the river, they get very boring.
Captain Friday, you ever try to go under the water to unearth maybe treasures that are down there?
You talk of the treasure of the lake, yes?
Yes.
I try every day.
Dude,
Every day?
Dude, that might be your...
What have you tried so far?
Everything I can think of.
Oh, yeah. Eddie, where do you normally hang out?
I am
treasures.
Oh yeah, Eddie.
because I am often here trying to sell the dear lovely Anne-Marie, everything that I have found.
She is lovely.
She is quite lovely.
haven't
Hands
met
off,
yet.
she is fine.
Oh yeah, no, I'm 12. That's what I'm saying.
Yet he finds you a threat.
Pretty confident.
Ease up, Skywalker.
And he's a little bit drunk. It's okay.
More than a little bit drunk.
Oh god.
He's the local drunk.
Do you have any Pokemon?
Of course.
What Pokemon do you have?
I have several. Are you looking to buy?
You sell your Pokemon?
Not mine.
Do you do you get Pokemon for people and sell them?
Yes.
Dude, that's
I'm what is the word? Headhunter. That is what they say.
interesting. So do people come to you or do you find people?
Both. I hear of people looking for certain things. They bring the coin. I go to find what they want. I bring it back to them. We exchange goods and services.
That sounds awesome. Is there any
They
way
ask me for separate head, I get it for them. It's business.
That's
I'm very offended by that. That is not how it works.
That's not illegal, is it?
No, of course not.
Bentley's just doing an impression that he was.
Not everyone can, still get out and
Right.
do
They
the
need Pokemon.
do the old thing.
For sure.
It is dangerous on the road, and I can handle myself.
Eddie, we're gonna have conversations in the future.
Are you looking for something
Many things.
particular?
And it seems like you have answers to a lot of my questions.
Probably.
So, Eddie, CJ here, we heard about the element at the bottom of the lake, or the myth that could be there.
Oh, it's there.
It is?
Yes.
So,
As I have said, I die for it every day.
what have you tried that you haven't been able to get to it yet if you try every day?
I tried holding my breath, swimming down, coming back up for air, going back down again.
Those are all the things I thought of.
I have tied stones to my belt so I sink faster.
That seems
and then
dangerous.
cutting the stones so I can, not die. One time I hitched a ride on a shape in the water. It takes me down very low, and then it shoots me back up out of the water. Very exciting.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I wish I could tell you what it was, but it was very dark.
Well, CJ's got a water Pokemon, so maybe you could try some other stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, Eddie, do you have any Pokemon that could help you with that, like water types? Because
Yes, I have my boat is pulled by them.
By them. Where are they?
Go look for yourself.
Okay.
without a natural one.
As you look over the side of the sort of pier, you see two very, very large seahorse-looking Pokemon kind of nuzzling.
Bro, Eddie is my idol.
That's what? Sorry.
Two very large seahorse Pokemon nuzzling.
Bro. Eddie, where have you been all my life?
I have been here, waiting for you, apparently.
Will you be my dad?
He goes,
Sorry, that was weird.
He goes, that is a loaded question. Maybe ask in a few drinks, you know.
Oh, shit. Is it just Eddie's the man.
So, Eddie, do you fish? Is that one of your hobbies?
Yes.
Because I've kind of recently gotten into it. That's how I caught Rose here, and I caught my other Pokemon Quillfish, and it's something that I'm maybe trying to get better at. And I was wondering if you had any tips either for
Just keep fishing. You will get better.
Okay.
Nothing, just because you fail a few times, it does not mean you are not meant to do it. You just try again. It is, it's not about the catch, it's about trying. I don't know, I try to be inspirational, it's not really my forte.
I mean, that was surprisingly inspirational for a drunk pirate, so I appreciate it.
I'm not a pirate.
Alright, sorry.
Whoa.
That
is a heavy implication, okay?
I didn't mean anything.
Alright. We should.
Easy, put it up there.
It's gonna just punch out an 11-year-old. You little bastard! Oh my god.
Not a pirate.
Just imagining CJ coming back to us like the little kid from Hook, just head to toe Captain Hook gear.
Yeah, I would be roofied up.
You guys have fun. I found my colleague.
We played pirate baseball.
I know.
He just has a hook for a hand. What the hell happened to
He's
your
my
hand?
dad now.
Bentley went from being scared of bridges to
Scared of Eddie.
to Captain Hook.
Are those Cedra?
They are Kingdra, my friend.
Oh shit, bro.
Have they laid any eggs?
Yeah, but for real though. Have they? Are they like? Do they mate?
They lay their eggs very deep in the lake.
We're gonna
get there.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna find a way.
You know, if you get there, you're welcome to it.
I'm gonna get there.
I mean, you have to clear it with them first, but
I'll talk to them.
yeah. I mean, I sort of can't give you like one of their babies without asking. You know.
No,
It's
yeah,
kind
that would be mean.
That's like the ultimate BM, but you know.
That would be pretty terrible.
The ultimate one.
That'd be terrible. We're gonna figure this out. We're totally gonna figure this out.
Yeah.
That was me creeping through. Sorry. BM is bad manners.
Oh.
But used in that way, also could be bowel movement.
Yeah. AKA, it's like a crappy thing to do.
Two-pronged.
1-2 punch.
Did you guys want to talk to Anne-Marie? I feel like I'm talking to Eddie a lot.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Crickets. A cricket tune just starts.
If not,
And all the Woopers
You really
in
committed.
unison.
just hear it and join in.
I want that to have actually happened.
That's canon now.
That's so good.
There's a cricket tune that sits on the roof. He's the fiedler.
Get some in tune.
I would like to look and see if there's any like scuba gear equivalent that we could purchase, perhaps.
Make that roll.
Which is
Investigation.
14.
14. You do find like some snorkeling gear, and then there is one like oxygen tank and a set of flippers and some goggles.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should
Make
make purchase.
Hey, Marie.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
You're very pretty.
Oh, thank you. You flatter me. You're a bit young though.
Side eye for
I just
He's just fuming.
I told you.
Just looking to punch out a bunch of kids.
I would end you for that.
that scuba gear. How much is that?
So it is at this point that I will ask you in character without breaking. Please make a persuasion roll.
No bonus.
We've already buttered her up.
5. Excellent. Keep that number in mind, please. She goes, that is, a relatively new addition to us, but roll 2d10, please. So 9 plus 5 is 14. Out of that, she goes, for 63, you can have it.
I can just have it. Like it's mine.
Yeah, for 63, it is yours.
CJ, why don't we ask about renting it?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. But 63 is not that expensive, and I have a lot of money. So
You're just gonna carry around scuba gear everywhere?
yeah, that's also a really good point. How much if I were to rent it from you?
Because I'm not a scuba shop. You can buy it, but we don't do rentings.
sidebar, CJ. Maybe buy it and then give it to the captain at the end as just for using his boat. You can like give it as a thing and like I want some of the crystal that we get.
It pays to have smart friends.
I also have plenty of money if you need to go splitsies on it.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I got a lot of money too.
Alright.
$63 sounds like a lot of money for that. Could we do like $50?
Make another persuasion check.
With the hundreds or the tens again?
No,
That's a 20
Okay, good.
with your no bonus.
I got this.
Good luck.
I got this.
Natural ones.
14.
14? Let's see. Also a 14. What? Sure. She goes, yeah, that works. 50.
Awesome.
Same as the same.
Thanks, Emery.
$50. Let's go. A couple of the Woopers kind of waddle over and they look at it and they're like, woo! Woo! And they kind of like flick with their tails up the shelves. A little sign that just says sold.
Awesome.
So how much would it be for one of those snorkel masks?
Look at the rolling for a bunch of things. Persuasion check.
6.
Okay. Roll 2d10, please.
11.
17. She goes, 22.
All right, I'll take one of those.
Perfect. She goes, and the Woopers walk over and they go, whoop! And they toss another sold sign up there, and one of them kind of starts edging the snorkel mask over to the edge of the shelf for you. Kind of bats it down.
Hopefully catch it.
Oh, no backsies. No backsies.
Wooper grime on it.
Sweet.
Anne-Marie, do you have any Wadalonga type Pokeballs? We've been to a couple towns and they have like town-specific Pokeballs. Just curious if there's one here.
It's old tradition, but yeah. I have a few left.
Can I see one?
You can. And she pulls out a very ornate, like sapphire blue case. Kind of pops it open, and you can see inside on nice red velvet is a little Pokeball. She kind of taps the little button on the side that makes it grow in size. It appears to be kind of like blue, and it looks like there's some sort of fish netting around the outside. And it has the sort of elemental water symbol on it.
How much is that?
It is not as expensive as you might think, given the box that it is in, you know. They're only 20. Because I currently have 4. They're not hard to come by, just time consuming to get.
Do you have any Xantha Pokeballs here?
Because no.
No? Is that a pretty rare thing?
Every once in a while, you know, they make their way to Fola, they make their way down the river, but it has to get through the capital without being sold and then come down to us, so. It happens occasionally, but, you know.
I have one.
You do?
I do. I'm gonna pull it
You
out.
are perhaps thinking of a trade?
Like a 2-to-1 kind of trade.
I like your style, young man. Make a persuasion check.
Let's go!
Get it, Milo!
9.
9.
No way!
How is this possible?
She looks at you and goes, deal.
Okay. I'll do it.
Waller.
Praise be.
So legit.
What a bargain. So I have a Xantha Ball. Should I try and make that same deal?
I mean,
Get the last 2.
why not, right?
You fixing to get your hands slapped, boy. Go for it, man.
You got 2 water Pokemon.
Well, that was my thing, was like, I feel like it makes sense for you to get one because you're actively looking to...
I don't even know if Crash can get in a Pokeball.
Well, I meant like, if you're...
Oh yeah, I'm
get one
going
of the-
to, but
one
I'm
of the
also going to try to
horsey
get
eggs.
some Source Stone and then give it to
No,
you.
he's saying horsey.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna see.
Because like for me, like I have water types already. It'd be cool for like Rose to be in one of those balls, but they're just like specifically aesthetic as far as I know. Like they're just better to catch things with is the signifier if they're all uniform. So, but if I can get 2 for the price of 1,
Might as well do it.
and Xantha is better at catching fire types, I don't know that we're gonna come across many more fire types. And also, do we need more fire types?
Suddenly,
I don't have any.
Slugmas are everywhere.
And Marie, I've also got a pretty rare Xantha Ball. We happen to spend a lot of time over there. What would you say about the same deal you just gave my friend
She
here?
looks at you very slyly and goes, you know, suddenly the supply went up. So very recently I came into one of those for myself. It's quite lovely.
I
Shines
do-
in the light.
I do see that, but they are rarer here than Wadalonga.
They are now not as rare as they were.
Can I persuade her?
You can try.
With 14?
Oh! She looks at you and goes, you know, I admire you, but next time you quicker on the deal.
All right, fair enough. Good work, Milo.
scooped me.
I came up with the idea.
I'm gonna go back and invest in the bakery.
Way to steal the idea I didn't have until I learned it from you.
Way to ruin my idea with your idea.
That was impressive.
Thank you.
I like that.
So at that point she goes, Cooper, we have a spill over here, and the Woopers goes, whoop, and kind of like nudges the mop over, and the little wet floor sign Wooper kind of follows him.
Wet floor sign Wooper.
It's like two pieces of rope with like planks on either side of him. He just sits.
Dude, you got it. That's it. That's amazing.
Dang. Well, this was. Did you want to buy anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So, Eddie, we recently came into some scuba gear and snorkel gear, and maybe somewhere.
You're not suggesting.
Yeah, we're
The
gonna
drill
do
of the
that.
lake?
I
We're gonna do that.
think we are.
How soon can you set sail? I will have the boat unloaded in right now if you want to go.
Maybe in a little bit. Are we doing anything else?
It's up to you. I mean, I want to scout out the Rite of Learning,
Yeah,
and
I'd like to
then
know where that is, too.
if you want to go to the fisherman's place.
Eddie, I'm 100% gonna come back, but I need
You
some
better.
more information about where certain things are in this town. But I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do that.
Because you better.
Yep, I will.
Swear to me.
So I swear it.
Like he holds out his hand. Claps.
You have my wood.
In the hand clap, he hands you a toothed necklace.
Oh, really? What kind of teeth are these?
And goes,
Baby.
don't think about it too much.
Jesus.
Okay.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna look at
God.
them really close to see if they're human teeth.
They're
As
not
in
human teeth. It's closer to like a shark tooth shape.
I'm gonna wrap that around my wrist and use it as a bracelet, not a necklace.
Cool. He's like, that is how I will know that we had this conversation.
Yes.
Because while I wait for you,
Yeah.
who knows what will happen.
Makes sense.
Just in case.
Oh, I'm so down to team up with just water team, scuba, deep sea diving adventures.
Boom.
All right. So, do we want to go check out Fisk, and then we'll go to the Rite of Learning?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So we'll make our way to the north and
To the north.
see Fisk's.
The North.
Yeah.
Fisk.
Follow the rat-a-tat.
King of the North. Yeah. It's very easy to follow the smell. It smells very, very bad. It smells of so much fish. Unless you're into that sort of thing, then then it's great. But Fisk's fishery is in terrible disrepair. It doesn't look like it was ever like fully built, but it looks like he's just rolling with it. He's not too concerned. There's a lot of just barrels of fish with some like used to be ice that's now mostly water, kind of sitting out. There's a lot of flies buzzing around. You see the rat-a-tat from earlier sharing one of the cakes with another rat-a-tat. They're both kind of perched up on a stool, and you can see.
Does that one have a little vest too?
Yeah, and you can see. You're pretty sure it's not a corpse. Sitting in a chair, kind of just like.
We know because we have already seen
Like-
a corpse.
Yeah, like you're pretty sure it's not a dead body, but the head is just down. It's got a big floppy hat. It's not wearing any shoes. There's a number of flies just all around, and there's a twig hanging loosely out of the mouth.
This might be really weird timing, but I feel really safe in this town. Just because it's kind of like. Just because it's so.
You're pretty sure it's not a body. I feel
Like,
so
look at
safe.
this guy who's like maybe
No,
dead,
no.
but probably not.
I was having
Explain yourself.
this thought before we kind of came up on him, but just the state of this town and where it's at with repair, I don't feel like there's anything technologically speaking, that could track us in any way, and how they get and give information. Even if there was somebody here, it would take days, if not weeks, to have anything come. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel safer here.
No, that's definitely sentiment that I agree with.
Okay. I was making sure it wasn't just me.
Well, I mean, provided we've seen a giant steel monster and ghosts, talking ghosts, ghosts that have possessed people and cars, I would agree, yeah. It seems more safe here than elsewhere, yes.
Eddie's here, so.
But also famous last words.
Yeah. I just feel like there's a lot we can gain and learn here that I would be... Like, I weirdly feel comfortable with, like, you and Bentley going on that adventure.
Because there's a full city underneath the water.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
And, like, I wanna talk to some more people here, and I know you want to do some stuff, and I don't feel scared about doing that.
I mean, if I'm under the water, they're not going to know where I am.
Where is he? He's underwater.
And then brings him right back down again. So, can I glean if Fisk is asleep?
Make an insight check.
Make a pulse check.
What if that's not
Medicine.
even Fisk?
You don't have
13.
13. You watch like really closely, and eventually you just see like a slight twitching of the nostril, and you're like, okay, he's alive, I think.
Show your chops and fish his hat off his head.
Just hooks right into his cheek.
He's sick.
I don't think I'm that good at
Maybe he
fishing.
lifts his head up and his nose piercing's just a hook. You're like, is that...
Did I do that?
Oh God! Like, no, that's me.
That's personal choice.
Approach him. Do it, Bentley.
So, where is he like sitting in relation to his little building?
He's
the
in
fishery?
he's in what could loosely be described as like a cabana, probably like 40-ish feet away from you, just leaning back in his chair.
So is there like a patio with like?
Yeah, and then there's just like assorted barrels and kind of racks of fish all around.
Hey Rose, did those fish seem any good to you, or no?
She just looks at you and is like green.
Yeah,
That's kind of what I was thinking too. And I'll go up and knock on like a wood pillar if there is one, just like lightly to try and like wake him up but not
Yeah.
startle him, I guess.
Yeah, he jolts awake and just goes, wow! No, there.
Hello, my name's Bentley Woods. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you, but
I'm never sleeping.
okay.
No good.
Fair enough.
Don't worry about it. You hear about them fish?
What's that?
You hear about them fish?
Well, I have a fishing rod, and I was wondering if maybe you could sell like fishing supplies. No, I think that's pretty
I
obvious.
know you.
Well, I introduced myself. I'm Bentley Woods. I've heard about you from a lot of the other locals around town. That you're the fisher guy, and
I'm the fish guy.
yeah.
That's correct.
So
Carry on. Tell me more about myself.
you sell fishing supplies?
Bingo. We'll bring out this way.
Well, I'm traveling with my friends. They're all back there, but I specifically have gotten more into fishing, and I was wondering if I could maybe learn from one of the masters. So I hear.
Oh, you hear that, Grace? He's I'm a master fisherman. I always knew I was a master. And he spits real hard into a can.
Gross.
He goes, "Where you go here? Teach this boy how to fish." And one of the rat-a-tat kind of climbs down, takes off the little register thing, kind of hops over nervously to you with, and unrolls like a little pouch of hooks. And each one has a little price tag next to it.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I made this hook with my Pokemon mortar. He's a Magby. He kind of like welded it. Does that look like it's any good?
Greg, bring that over, mate. And Grace kind of takes it out of your hand, kind of hops over, jumps up to Fisk's lap, and he's kind of feeling around on it. And he goes, "So you made this?"
Well, kind of, sort of. It was me and my Pokemon that made it, but yeah.
You fish good with it?
I've only tried once, but all the Lotad apparently scared the fish away, and I didn't know that, so I didn't catch anything.
Yeah, they do that. Also, this hook's way too big.
Oh, all right.
You know that, right?
Well, I guess not, but good to know now.
You talk funny. Where you from?
I'm from Ambercrag.
Huh. Never heard of it. And your hook's too big. That's why you didn't catch no fish. But you come to the master, come to the right place.
All right, well,
get your hook fits on your rod.
What hook would you recommend?
He goes, Grace showed this boy how to fish. And Grace kind of like hops back down and is like, runs back over, points to one that has a price tag next to it, says $7. It's a little like blue kind of fake fish, almost looks like a small anchovy. It's got two little fins, and she kind of grabs the tail and flails it, and the two fins kind of flapping in it.
That's the hook.
Yeah, it's kind of like the lure. The lure.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, all right,
she kind of points at that one.
I'll purchase that one. I'll give the Rattata $7.
She takes the bills, runs over, opens the register, pops it in, runs back over, unhooks the lure and hands it to you.
So I can just like attach that to my line, no problem.
Mm-hmm. All right. Just feed the line through it, tag it.
So Fisk, this is the rod that I purchased. I was wondering if maybe you could give it a look and see.
Boy, I can smell from here. That ain't no rod you should be using. I ain't no fisher worth his salt walking around with that.
Well, I mean,
you had better luck with a twig on the side of the road.
To be fair, sir, I caught my friend Rose here and my other Pokemon Quillfish.
Miracles do happen. You want a rod, I'll get you a good one.
All right, you thinking maybe just upgrading the reel that I have, or just a whole new?
Boy, to be perfectly honest, that thing ain't fit to be a walking stick.
All right, that's kind of rude. I caught two of my friends with it, but
I'll get you set up with a good one.
All right.
Mercy, you get your butt over here, fetch this boy a good rod. And the other Rattata kind of like slowly starts dragging this very like finely crafted like carbon fiber rod over to you.
Oh, snap.
And at that point, the other Rattata kind of walks over and they hoist it over to you. You kind of haul it. There's a pretty hefty price tag on this. It's $120.
Oh, maybe you can make one.
Or maybe just buy that one.
Where am I gonna find carbon fiber?
I'm gonna make a carbon fiber one, but
Carbon fiber.
Stone.
Source stone fishing.
Oh
shit.
I think we hatched an idea.
Fisk, I'm flattered, and this fishing rod obviously seems very good indeed, but maybe a little bit outside my price range.
Oh, I see. That's fine. What is your price range? Bentley from Ambercrag?
Ask him if he knows how to make one. Because then he can help you do it.
Well, yeah, I was wondering, again, maybe you could teach me to build a rod or like make adaptations to the one that I have. I'm kind of partial to it because I caught some of my friends with it.
Nostalgia is a deadly poison, boy. But I understand. You want to keep that rod?
I probably would anyway, but
okay.
If I could keep using it and have it be more effective.
First things first, get a better grip on there. Let's go fly out your hand.
All right. I was pretty good at holding on when I caught Rose, but anyway, continue.
So tell me, when you caught your friend, did you catch her, she catch you?
Oh, definitely the latter.
Get a better grip on there. Get some better shoes.
All right, well, I already
have to plant yourself in the ground.
I have hiking boots, and would those work well?
Boy, what kind of hiking you doing in mud?
I guess that's a good point.
Exactly. Get yourself some better shoes.
Get yourself a grass Pokemon to root you in.
Your friend speaks the truth. You better learn to root yourself. Go catch that fish. Otherwise, that fish gonna catch you.
All right.
Who's really on the line?
That's
Second you figure that out, you're golden.
all right. Well, do you know Remy LaRue?
Of course I know.
Well, he was.
Not that boy everything he knows.
Oh, well, then you probably already know, but he was telling me to catch these like little grasshoppers, and he covers them with like honey, I think, and
Yeah, I know about it. It's disgusting.
it doesn't work.
That ain't fit bait for fishing. That's an appetizer.
All right. Well, what would you suggest outside of this cool-looking hook?
Go get yourself a bucket of worms, boy. I start with the basics.
Well, I have these Weedle baits that I've been using, and they haven't really let me down too much so far. So, what are your thoughts there?
Weedle works just fine. As long as you got the stomach for it.
All right. Well, feel like we've already crossed that bridge.
Boy, you ever cut the head off a weedle? You ever taken a life?
My God, this got dark. No, I don't think so.
Because that's good. You're not supposed to. It's illegal. That's a trick question, boy.
I'm aware that murder is illegal.
It's incredible.
Good. We're just messing with you, boy. Your Weedle bait's just fine.
All right. Well, so
That's not your issue.
I had a bit of a strategy that I was maybe thinking of trying out.
Oh, the rookie's got a strategy. Please do tell.
Well, again, I'm not trying to say that I'm better at fishing than you are, but I was thinking since the low tads scare away the fish, I could use my quillfish to scare away the low tads, and while he kind of scares them off and away, I could fish where they're not. Does that sound like a solid strategy?
Well, that's great stuff. Truly admirable. Get yourself better shoes. Get a better grip on that rod. Come back here tomorrow morning before that sun rises. That stutter boy, you gonna be here?
I didn't think you were done talking. I'm sorry. I'm a little intimidated, but yeah, that sounds good to me. Do you sell grips here?
No, we'll make you one tomorrow morning.
All right.
But you'll be here before that sun's up. You make me get up for that sun, boy, and you're not here.
I don't think
I'm gonna come find you.
Okay.
I like my sleep.
We're staying at Remy's.
Thank you for your input, boy. I appreciate you.
That's my friend CJ. Just wanted to say.
A veritable fount of wisdom. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow then.
You better. Bright and early.
All right. Fair enough. Nice to meet you. Thanks for the hook.
Pleasure doing business.
All right. Well,
Amazing.
guess I have to go fishing with him before the crack of dawn tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
not looking forward to that.
You better. He'll come find you. So good.
You better what?
Oh my.
Amazing.
Well, I now just need to prep myself for that again. Anywhere else you guys want to explore?
I want to find out where the right of learning is. Other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, that or if you guys before we go over there want to like just stop by the gym and scope it out, see if we can meet Diego.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
Do that then right learning
For sure.
Excuse me.
Okay.
As you guys make your way out of the wharf and head over towards where the gym was, you are able to see a number of individuals from the town kind of doing their part, pitching in, bringing some wood over. There are quite a few machop kind of helping out, bringing in some logs. They appear to be Pokémon. they appear to be employed by one of the riverboat traders. who is offering their services. They all have like workman's vests on. They're wearing hard hats.
Nice.
You guys are able to see a guy probably in like his late 20s. He's got quite a hefty beard. He's got some very thick mining gloves. On his right forearm is the tattoo of an arrow.
Oh, there he is.
He's currently wearing just like all black outdoorsy gear, and he appears to be kind of directing the flow of logs and rebuilding things. Hi there.
Hello.
Pleasure to meet you. What brings a few youths down here? Are you looking to help rebuild the gym? Perhaps we could always use some more hands.
Yeah, we're down to do that and also take on your challenge.
Oh, no kidding right now?
No.
Oh, you got me
No, I mean, we're excited too, but at least from my point of view, I've enjoyed how communal this town is and the rebuilding, and I'd like to leave my mark and help out a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's very nice of you.
I do have a question though.
Certainly.
Because we've taken on 2 gyms so far in our travels.
Oh, okay.
And we've seen the other gym leaders have a similar tattoo to yours.
No, for sure.
Is that something that, like, if you become a gym leader, you get that tattoo, or was it just like you guys did a group thing? And
Oh, no, it's not mandatory. No, it's a voluntary thing. It's not limited to gym leaders. There are a few others who have them. It's kind of a rite of passage thing.
Interesting.
What happens? What's the rite of passage?
When you guys ever been to the rites of learning?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, if you visit all the ones in the region, you can take kind of like a final exam, as it were, to see how far you've come,
I want a dope arrow tattoo.
Someday you might get there. You start with the rite of learning right here in town.
Yeah, where is the one here in town?
Just over the way. Not too far.
How's the rebuilding going on the gym?
It's some days are better than others. He kind of turns around and goes, no, mate, no, that's not where that log goes. And there's a Machop trying to like lift a log on top, and he's like, here you go. No, mate, no, round back, okay? You gotta go. Take the log over there, okay? You don't just put logs on the building. That's not how you build. He goes, kind of holds it around the corner. He's like, some days are smoother than others.
So, we went to the Rite of Learning in Alluvia City.
Oh, for sure.
We'd like to go to the one here. I was curious if you know where all the other ones are?
He goes, it's been so long. I know there's one in the capital, but that's where you take your sort of final. So, you're welcome to go there, but you'd have to make 2 trips. He goes, I know there's another one in Fulchester. It's not too far from here. It's probably a week and a half, 2 weeks. If you're walking, that is. If you're not gifted with, those that can fly. I'm not. You'll walk everywhere.
If you were to advise us on where to go from here to go to the next gym, what direction would you take?
If you're keen on river travel, you could go north to Fola. As we've said, there's a lot going on there. Alternatively, you could ride the river south through the Sierras down to Port Vale. Or you could, head sort of east-northeast up to Nursery. There's a gym out there as well.
How far is Falchester from here?
It's about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Holy Toledo.
It's not a straight journey, There's a hill mouth about halfway down. It's a good stopping place. Not a whole lot going on there.
So, what do you know about Fola? I don't know that anybody here has ever been, and I was curious because obviously Wadalonga's a lot different than anywhere we've been. I was wondering if you know what Fola has to offer?
So you know how Wadalonga is very communal. Everybody's helping each other out.
it's a small scale, you know, very one with nature. Imagine if you took all of that away and covered everything in concrete. That's kind of like Viola. It's just a big city.
Sounds a lot like Galuvia, only
Yeah,
maybe
like
less pretentious.
If you took Alluvia and you took away all the gold, you know, made things a little bit less ostentatious. I'd say you play a pretty good grasp on Viola. The river does still run through there, so if you got a boat or anything that can go upriver against current, you could get up there pretty quick.
If we went down to Port Vale,
Oh yeah, for sure.
could we get up to Falchester from there?
I mean,
come back.
you could follow the beach up there if you wanted, but that would take you along the coast.
Do you know how long that trip would be?
If you swam it or had if you kind of surf the waves, you could do it in a couple of days. But you'd be on the ocean, kind of at the whim of the tides. If you did that. Port Vale is kind of out of the way. I'd recommend if you guys are going to do that you have preparations made to get you back up here. You do have to sail through the Sierras. Some parts of in the valley there's a bit where you go like actually underground. It's a bit unsettling for people. It's not lit, so bring lights if you go that way.
I'm just thinking Falchester is one of my male test cities.
Okay. And that's the one that's like 2 weeks away.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah, we might need to cover some ground before you
Yeah.
send Monty again.
So, Diego, I was wondering how long you've been the gym leader here.
It's a pretty recent thing. Not too long. I took it over when I was 16. I'm 22 now. A lot of people tell me I look older. No, I just tell them it's the rebuilding, builds character and all that.
Wow, you became a gym leader at 16. That's really impressive.
Yeah, when you specialise, you can go pretty far. But I wish I could say I've taken on the other gyms, but the responsibility kind of gets thrust on you when current gym leader not doing so well on the health front. Anyway, onto a happier subject.
I'm sure Bentley wants to ask as well, but have you ever battled Remy?
No. Remy doesn't do a lot of that anymore. Doesn't do the... He spends a lot of time here. Some people say we're holding him back, but I think he's lifting us up.
So, have you had many challengers come through here, or not so much recently?
Not a ton recently. The locals have almost entirely avoided the idea of challenging the gym. They're all for rebuilding it. They believe it's a good thing to have around, but not a whole lot of challenges lately. So I kind of got super excited when I thought all four of you were going to take it on today, but it's okay. I'm not going anywhere.
Well,
they're still got to get finished.
In the meantime, we could help you rebuild the gym. I don't know if you guys would want to do that.
I kind of imagine him like picking stuff up while we chat and
Yeah, you can
lifting some of the weight off the chops to give them a little assistance.
for sure. Crash probably bites a few logs and gets carried.
Where are
Bangs
the,
out.
Where are the logs
Doing work,
coming
too.
from? Like, are they all on the land?
They
or-
are felled trees from somewhere, but they are all on the riverbed
Okay.
that the Machapa are working with.
Oh.
Yeah,
They have those little like
That
hooks. They kind of hook into it up over the shoulder and carry it away.
I'm gonna say bang and
No.
slurp her out
What
doing what they
difference?
can as well.
You told us about
Remy.
that. Oh, Remy did?
Yeah.
What's that? one?
Yeah. I was gonna ask about the collector again.
Oh, dude.
Hey, Diego,
Yeah.
have you ever come across the collector guy?
Collector guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're talking about that D-bag that was here a couple days ago. Yeah, not a fan of that guy. Tried to buy the gym. Told him no.
Oh.
Tried to buy the gym?
Yeah, told him gym's not for sale. He also tried to buy the riverboats. I'm pretty sure he tried to buy Lillian. Yeah, not a nice guy. Real piece of work.
How old was he?
He's a nebulous 30, but I honestly don't know if I believe that. He had some super pretentious name.
First name's like Zachariah or something weird. He has like 3 last names though. Crazy dude. Wears a big old cape. He's total tool.
Cake.
Yeah, did this big flourishing bow. Hated that guy.
Do you think he actually has enough money to buy everything in this town?
You know, I learned a long time ago if a deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah, well, we're hearing from a lot of people that they all came into contact with him too, so...
Oh, he was all around town. Man's all talk. Didn't see him actually buy anything, but he tried to buy everything under the sun.
It sounds like he left town.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got.
What, do you know what direction he headed?
He headed east.
I think that's right.
As for whether or not he went to Maben or Hillmouth, I couldn't say. But he went east. Kept moving. You know, so many people tell you no. Eventually you move on.
Yeah.
Were you were here when the flood happened, obviously?
Yeah.
Did you see?
It's around the time I took over.
Did you see the Rainmaker?
No, mate, I don't believe it in myths and fairy tales and all that.
Myths and fairy tales.
Yeah.
Do you
I know Lillian swears she saw it, but I don't buy it, mate.
No, okay.
So,
She's a nice lady, though.
Diego, what Pokemon do you have?
No.
Had to try it?
Come back and find out.
I had to try it.
I'm here literally all day, every day.
But I want to see if there's like anything I can glean from like the building of the gym or like what the building looks like that would give any sort of hint as to like what type of gym it is.
Sure. Let's get an investigatory check. If there was ever a time.
8. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20! So the building, I almost said that as Diego. So the building is very much so being built. It is far from complete, so it looks like they haven't added any kind of ornamentation to it. It's kind of hard to tell. There's a lot of mud all around. There's a lot of trees and logs.
A big building, and is there like roofing or like? Does it look like there would be a lot inside of it, or is it more? It
is quite a large building, but it's very little more than foundations and some walls.
Okay, so there's like nothing inside of it really that would connote any sort of.
Not from the building itself.
Okay.
Wood type.
Wood type for sure. This is pseudo-woods.
Felled trees.
Hundreds of pseudo-woods.
Felled tree type.
None of the trees are.
Go grub.
That would be too intense.
All right, fair.
Cool. All right. Well, I think we're gonna go try out the Rite of Learning, and then when we are learned, we will challenge you, Diego.
For sure. I look forward to it.
Cool.
So again, probably don't have to answer, but any hints for us when we go to the Rite of Learning to train?
Hey guys, so I know you said you worked in Alluvia. This branch is a little different from that. You'll be looking for a Dr. Lawson. But trust me when I say the teaching technique, very effective.
Alright.
You ever heard that you're your own worst enemy?
Oh, sick. If that means what I think it means, it's gonna be rad.
You guys make your way to the Rite of Learning. It's a mostly built building.
That's good.
It almost looks like a large indoor basketball court of sorts.
Nice.
Not in like hardwood floors that are very squeaky or anything, but like it's about that shape. Kind of reminiscent of like a gym.
Like high ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Very, very high ceiling. The river parts and runs through a section of just like open earth in the middle. It's kind of like an island. It seems to be a place where water types can train freely as well as others.
Cool.
It should be welcoming to all. And as you step your way through the doors, call to myself.
Having introduced themselves to much of the city, a long-awaited visit to another branch of the Rite of Learning has our heroes eager to learn.
Show
at lunch. Venture capital D&D. Merge the companies and invest.
I'm offering you $65 for 1% in your company.
You get one share.
Well, we get 230 for 40%.
I'll give you $65. I get to be on the board.
That's all I want. I just like sitting on boards.
I was kind of hoping
I've got board meetings all day.
for 0.5%.
I've got to go to the board meeting for Crabby cake.
Okay, alright, for real though, like, I know we joke about it a lot, but I want a shirt. I'm on the board for Crabby Cakes.
Confuse so many people.
Make it happen.
Phoebe's about to take a gym battle. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go to the board meeting for Crabby Cakes. Hold on.
Oh man.
Really important business meeting, sorry.
Oh my
Always
God.
on my somewhere in the back.
Just buy the land.
Charlie is
Come on, I don't understand what the problem is.
Just swiftly becomes a cutthroat businesswoman.
Oh my god.
overnight full pivot.
Wow.